So, Dean, please, can you mute your mic? Dean, please mute your mic, or else I'll have to ban you out of the Discord server. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Can everyone see my screen? Okay. Yeah, they should. Can we see a VS code?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yes, I can see.
Okay. VS code now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So today I'm just going to be doing a simple web scraping. I think a lot of us already know what web scraping is. And in certain ways we know how to handle it. Or am I wrong? Can anybody tell me in the chat if they've had any experience with web scraping before? Anyone? I purposely removed the screen sharing so I could actually see your messages and not have like mirror images happening on your screen. So I'm seeing people dropping messages or about to drop messages. So what do you know about web scraping before we jump right into web scraping and we are just, oh, we've learned something new. I said, oh, cool. I have done scraping partially. Okay. Who else wants to? Goodness, I really like to hear what you have to say. Divine, I would really like to hear you. Dami also. So just drop messages. NK, what's your experience with web scraping? NK is new in the data space. Nice. Nice. This is for you then. This is something that you can learn also. Welcome, NK. Oh, I can't pronounce that. Welcome. No experience at all. I've heard about it, but I've never done anything on it. But I think it is gathering from okay. Before now, it's about getting data, which now already arranged the data from our website. Okay, okay. The responses are looking very encouraging for us to actually start this class. Not really dull web scraping, but it'd be nice to learn. Okay, I'm happy to help any and everybody, and that's why I'm here. Okay, welcome NK once again. And the data space, we need web scraping. I'm going to give like a brief understanding. I'm going to give a brief understanding of what data is, why web scraping is important, and all of that. Okay, I'm trying to see it. Can we see the VS code now? Oh shit, my movies are downloading and interrupting us. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to give a brief example of what data is, and this is mostly for people who are new and why we do web scraping and the importance of web scraping. So data collection in data space, you know that data is used to answer business questions, analyze, make analysis or intelligent analysis, make intelligent decisions on any business question. Okay, and for you to successfully do these things, to achieve your goals, you need to have data that you can or that can help you understand what you're trying to do or what you're trying to build or the decision you're trying to make. Okay, and sometimes we have data, which we have public data, we have private data. Private data are data that are owned by organizations. I see that we have a lot of messages popping in. I can't see your screen, please. Are you sure you can't see my screen? If you can't see my screen, please let me know. Drop in the chat. But you should be seeing this recursion going on. Now I can see it. Okay. Goodness. I can see your screen. Okay, good. Good. I will go back to the VS Code then. So we have public and private data, where private data is data that is for the organization itself, data that they are collecting from their customers or things like that. So that is what you call private data. Then public data is data that we can see from the internet. You have places like Kaggle, Google data sets, and those kind of data are public data. Now, who is that? Please mute your mic. I don't want to be going back and forth. Please mute your mic. So as I was saying, so that is what data collection is about, and what data can be, how data can come in, or how data is stored, basically. Yeah, how data is stored. It could be public, it could be private data. Now, sometimes your organization wants to answer certain business questions, want to answer certain things, and the data that you have is not enough. You don't have enough data points, and you're like, okay, let's get data from the internet. The best place to actually get this data is from the internet. Some people will be lucky to get a data engineer in their team that will just quickly help them do that and get it to them. But then sometimes you have to do it yourself. Data web scraping is very, very important for both people, if you like, being in a team or anything. But as far as you are in the data space, you should be able to web scrape. What's going on with the streaming? Yes, it's being recorded. It's being recorded. Thank you. I can go back now. Can I go back now? Okay. Please mute your mic, guys. Please mute your mic. So, web scraping, web scraping can help you collect data by yourself. Also, is better for it. It's better, or is a very good skill set to actually have on your own. So that wherever you are, it might be urgent or anything at all, you have this skill set as a data professional. Okay, and these are one of the basic skill sets anyways. These are one of the essentials that you should have. So for today's project, and before I go into today's project, web scraping allows you to collect data from HTML. Oh my God. Who are these people? Okay, I would have to remove Dean. I would have to remove Dean from the server, since this is like the second time she's doing this. Please give me a second to. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, let's continue, please. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Can everybody see my screen now? You can drop a message in the chat if you can see the screen. Please, at least one person should just say yes. He said not yet. How about now? Okay, good. Okay, wait. This. Can we see the VS Code? Okay, so I'm going to continue. So web scraping allows us to scrape HTML data, XML data, JSON objects, and you know that JSON object comes in like a Python dictionary where you have key values. Do you get key and their values basically? So we can also, we can use things like Scrappy, Beautiful Soup, Selenium, and Request to actually in the Python in the Python language. So these are modules: Scrappy, Beautiful Soup, Selenium, Request, that you can use to actually scrape data or collect data. Okay, so as I said, Beautiful Soup, Selenium, even Flask basically request and Scrappy to. Ah, you guys are distracting me. So there are also different types of websites. There are static and dynamic websites. Please, okay, before I jump into different types of websites, does anyone have a question for me? If you have a question, please drop in the chat. Okay, people are typing. Any question? NK, do you have any question? Because you said you're quite new to it. Goodness, any question up until this point? Okay. I think we are good to continue. So, there are different types of websites, and these websites are different, like static and dynamic websites. And what is the difference between static and dynamic websites? Static website is a website that does not change. Okay, wherever you go in the world, the website doesn't change. And okay, give me a second, please, guys. Give me a second. I need to open the door. So as I was saying, sorry, these websites are, we have static and dynamic websites. Static website, wherever you are in the world, it doesn't change, okay? But a dynamic website changes. It is based on location. And another thing is that their dynamic website is heavily on JavaScript. Okay, every data that you're seeing there, every image that you're seeing there is accessed using JavaScript or are imputed using JavaScript. So it changes. Okay, so that's what a dynamic website is. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. That's embarrassing. Okay, so as I was saying, uh, oh my god, give me a second, please. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry about that. So that, yeah, that is static and dynamic websites. Understand. Then another thing I want to mention is the one of the key things in web scraping is HTML. And what do we mean when we say HTML? Understand that HTML is the language of the internet. And if you want to collect data from the internet, you therefore need to understand the language that internet is built on, okay, which is HTML. So there are things like class, ID, tags. These are elements. Basically, these are elements that is used to impute and access data from a website. So let me show you an example of, let's go to this page that we're going to be using to do this project. So let me highlight this. So if you want to get the HTML of a website, you can highlight anything on the page of the website and then come to um, um, that's a lot of noise. Right click on your mouse and do inspect. Inspect is going to help you, like you want to inspect this website. So now you see we are going to the elements where you can see how the HTML codes for this entire website. Like if we continue going and we can see that as we hover on certain elements, the website is highlighted. Okay, so these are HTML codes. Basically, you can see div, you can see class, and all of that. So these are HTML codes, and you need to understand this thing. This LILE stuff is actually a list. This is trying to tell you that this is a list, and is giving information on this list. Basically, the list is, you can see that they are all majorly the states. If we continue going, so if you want to access, if you want to get the maybe text, the listed states on this page, now we can come to this place to access it. So we'll use a, or yes, we're going to use the A element to get this cross river. So those are like these you need to understand what these things are so that you know how to actually access information from them. Okay, I'm going to take a break right now and ask questions like, guys, did you guys understand what I've been saying since? Because I've not heard from anyone in a second and I'm not seeing any chats. Nobody is saying anything. Okay, David said he understands. Okay. Okay, yeah, I don't understand what you'd be saying. 2 weeks ago, okay, okay, that's good. I understand. Okay, nice, nice. I like these feedbacks that I am getting. Okay, we can continue then. Um, okay, so that is for, well, I was showing you guys the HTML code. So for this data, and for us to be able to handle that, we need to pass, for us to get all this sort of information. If you, okay, before I jump into that, please, if you have any questions the on HTML, you want to know more about HTML, you can visit this. Let's go to this HTML documentation. Documentation is very powerful. To be honest, I feel like it's up until recently I started discovering how powerful documentation could help when I'm having like problems or trying to solve something and I'm struggling. One of the key things that we have learned is how to just use video content and all of that. But you see this, for example, now this particular video we are doing, we are specifically learning HTML or looking at HTML from an aspect of web scraping. So it does not even give detailed information on HTML or even Python or even data cleaning. So some videos are intended for certain things and to help you solve a certain problem. But documentation gives you a very deep detail on what exactly the module or tool that you are currently using. Okay, so this is like a documentation on HTML. It is it's a very great user stuff to like introduce yourself into this space. So let's go back to what we're doing. Okay, we're at house price. So we're going to have to collect this URL for this website so that we can be able to access like and read the content of the URL and then go on to access this the data. And for us to do that, for this web scraping project, we're going to be using Beautiful Soup because it's quite easy and it's one of the best ways for you to actually introduce yourself into the world of web scraping. I did one where I was supposedly doing a dynamic website, and it was very, very interesting how dynamic website was scraped, and the limitations that Beautiful Soup have with dynamic websites. That's another day. That's one conversation for another day, anyways. Okay, so first thing first, for us to web scrape, we need to. I've created a Python notebook file for our data for us to use. I'm just going to select the kernel that I want to use. So while I do that, I want to import the libraries or modules that I want to use for this project. Okay, somebody has a 50 second. We're going to have that conversation. So import pandas as PD. Why am I importing pandas? Because I would like to change these, what they call it, the whatever we get, I want to change it to, I want to save it as a CSV file. Okay, so I'm going to be using pandas to convert to CSV file. Then I'm going to import from Beautiful Soup, BS4, import beautiful soup. I'm also going to import requests. What else am I going to import? Hold on a second. I'm going to import. I think, let's say import regular expression. We might not use regular expression because this is just web scraping, but let's just import regular expression. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to call my URL, the URL for the website. let's go and copy the URL. I think I have the URL in the markdown file of this. Okay, before instead of using markdown file, let me explain why exactly I'm using this URL. I okay, I think I'm jumping. So one key thing that I did not mention before we started doing this project, which is a very, very bad thing, I wish somebody called me out on that, was I jumped into the project without defining what exactly we wanted to do, which is quite bad. You have to understand the goal of any project that you are doing, okay, so that you know what exactly you are supposedly doing or what you want to do. So in this project, this web scraping project, we just want to collect data, collect housing data for a house project, and the following data points. Oh God, please, 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 the person who has unmuted their mic, can you kindly mute it, because I would have to remove you from here. Manuels, please mute your mic. Thank you very much. So we want to look at unique values of location of a we want to get unique values of location of a house, of houses, extract location. We just want to answer certain business questions in regards to house prediction. We want to predict the prices of homes, okay, based on certain features. And why we want to do this, we want to also get unique values of the location. We want to no, this is not it. Yeah, average price of homes by location. I'm having a headache. Okay, so this is what we want to do. This is the business question that we want to do. And so we're going to be scraping at least 1,000 rows of data from this website. And after we have done that, the next project that we want to do, that is the cleaning data with Python. Then we are going to clean these data points that we have extracted and then go on to answer certain business questions, okay, like average price of homes, average price of homes by their states, the popular house types, and average price of house types, basically. So and make sure that the data that you are collecting, it should be exported in a CSV file. Exported to a CSV file, then cleaned. Okay, so our first intention here is to just scrape 1,000 rows of data from this property website. Okay, any question? No question. Okay, everybody's in agreement with me. Wow, that's interesting. And the people that want to predict are people that are looking for houses for rent, not houses for sale. Okay, let's get that right. Houses for rent, not houses for sale. So let's go to the first page. When we get to the first page, we're going to collect this. I don't know why my network is being bad. My network is bad right now. Okay, this is the URL I want to copy, and then we're going to test. We're going to first do our testing, get our information from this website, then before we now start saying, oh, let's now get for all the other pages. Does that make sense? So we're going to do like a divide and conquer kind of algorithm or solution. What do I mean by that? We want to scrape, our end goal is to scrape 1000 pages or return 1000 rows of data. Okay, let's say 1000 rows of data from this website. That's our end goal. Before we can be able to get 1000 rows of data, we need to first get for 1000 pages rather instead of 1000 rows, 1000 pages of data. We need to first get for one page. Let's see how we can extract information from one page. When we can extract information from one page, then we can go on to extract from 1 to 1 million pages. Okay, so that is what we want to do first. I don't know why my network is being shitty right now. But if you can hear me, or if you have been hearing everything I've been saying, please drop a message in the chat, please. Please let me know that I'm not talking to myself. NK, I like your Discord picture. I would really like to hear from you. Please, who is this person that is they unmuted their mic? Mr. David Oyelami, please mute your mic. I will have to drop you off the call. Mr. David, oh, thank you very much for that. Okay, audible and clear. I can hear, but the connection is not good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay, let's go back to what we're doing. We're trying to collect the URL. I've copied the URL, but I just want you guys to see what the URL looks like or the page looks like. So when we know how the page looks like, we know how we can extract from this place. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. I've copied the URL. So we're going to go back to our VS Code and say URL is equals to, I'm going to put this in a string. Now, I'm going to use request to get the information that I need. So I'm going to do request dot, oh, sorry. Before we say request, we are going to get headers first. And what does headers mean? Headers, oh my god, who is that? You guys are betraying me. Why is the page not loading though? It's not my fault, Benedict. Before we actually start getting all those information, we need to also get headers. And why is headers important? Headers is going to help us to bypass security situations. Okay, so when you are going to go and scrape data from wherever you are going to go and scrape data from, people are going. Some websites do not allow you to just collect their data. Headers helps you to help it to bypass security. That headers is going to tell them where these posts or where these API calls are coming from. So for you to get your headers from maybe your MacBook, your Mac, your Windows, and your different developer tools or your different the tool that you use to get to the internet. It could be Brave, it could be, I don't think Safari allows you to collect data. So you're going to come to this place that here, then you go to developer tools to be able to get this thing. It's the same thing when you highlight and check inspect, but this is under network now. So we're going to, after that, this is network, we're going to reload this website. And when we reload this website, certain information is going to come back to us. Yeah, so I will just click on anything on this name parts. Okay, when I come there, I will see headers, preview, response, initiator, and things like that. I'm not interested in all this. So come to headers and just scroll to the last place. Okay, and then you see this user agent and Mozilla 5.1 Macintosh blah blah blah. So we're going to copy this. This is going to be our headers. So we're going to come back here and do, it's going to be in a dictionary. Okay, so you do your, what you copied, user agent. Okay, so this is my headers. Let me confirm that I'm doing the right thing. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to do request is going to help me get the content of this website. So when you want to interact with an API or you want to interact with a website, there are 4 major syntax in API or in request that can help you get, updates, delete information from your website. Okay, so this get helps you to collect information from the website. Update helps you to, you're going to be updating the website, but you need to have admin access to be able to update websites. You can also delete when you have backend access. Do you get? So inside this get, we're going to call our URL. Pass, that means our link to the website, and then we'll say headers is equals to headers. Okay, now I want to be sure that we are actually accessing this website successfully. So I'm going to be doing status code, response to status code to get the response. So I'm hoping that we actually get a 200. A 200 status code means that I'm successfully accessing this website. Okay, request is not defined. Oh, it's true. Sorry, I didn't run this. Please, can we use other browsers apart from Chrome? I hope your voice won't be breaking when watching the recorded version. Can we? I've not really checked with other browsers, but I think it should be possible. Oh, I am audible but not clear enough. Oh wow, how am I going to do this? Because if I have to buy a new website, I have to buy speaker. I second this. Can you show how you got the headers? Sorry, let me see this message. Can you show how you got the headers again? Okay, I'm going to do that. What Divine requesting for? How about now? I would like to get everybody's what you guys need so that I can go back to it step by step. And please, you're cracking very bad. Hey, it's not my fault. Network. Hey, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. It's not my fault. It's network situation. Rain is falling over here. It's better now. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go back. First thing first I would be doing is to show how you can get headers from your browser. So I'm going to go back. So typically you're going to come to the website that you want to get whatever you want to get from the website. So you come to the website itself. You see these 3 dots that we have at the uppermost right hand side of your website. You click on it. You come to more tools, then you go to developer tools. Okay, so something is supposed to come up here, so it's going to happen at the right hand side. This network, just click on network. You see, you can go to elements. Elements is showing you what is on the website. You have console, sources. What we are interested in basically is network. You are on network, you reload your website. When you reload your website, certain values are going to be coming here: names, status, type, etc. I can click on anything that I have on this place to get my headers. So I'm going to just click on this. Now you have headers, preview, response, initiator, timing, and all of that. I'm interested in headers. So you scroll down to the last part of this place, and when you do that, you have user agent and the key, the value. You just copy this thing, and this is automatically your headers. This that is highlighted, okay, and it has to be in a dictionary format. Somebody has unmuted their mic. Is there any situation? Esther, you unmuted your mic. Is there a problem? Please mute your mic. Can Esther hear me? Okay, so let's go back. Esther, kindly mute your mic, please. Okay, so this user agent and its value, that is what your headers is. Okay, so let's then go back to it. That's what we're going to be copying. And okay, this one has run. So let's see what the status code is going to give us. Okay, the status code is 200. So we are successfully doing this. Do you get? Okay, we are able to pass we are successfully getting content or having access to the URL. Now we are going to pass this URL information to content so that they are readable for people like us. Is readable. So let's see what print dot content is going to give us. Someone is okay, yeah. So if you look at the prints, what we are seeing here, is the HTML of the page itself. We are seeing the HTML of the page itself. So if we actually go to the HTML, if we go back to the website, you see HTML language and doc type. We're going to also, I'm looking for head. So you see the title. We can see the title here, and you see that it is the same title that we have here too. Okay, guys. So we can see that this is successfully working for us. So this returns in HTML format. Okay, now we want to remember that what we want is our format in a normal data type, like a string, and want to put it in a CSV. So this cannot actually go into a CSV format. So for us to be able to read this HTML and extract the data, Now we are going to be using beautiful soup. I can make this response content into a variable of its own, and I can also pass it into a beautiful soup as a parameter. Okay, so I say soup is equals to beautiful soup, open brackets. Let's say response, is this supposed to be in a I've forgotten if it's supposed to be in a string, but remember that this response content is in a HTML format. Therefore, we're going to pass it into a HTML. We're going to inform Beautiful Soup that this is a HTML language or HTML code. So pass it in HTML parser. They have, if you are using XML, you have to tell it that it's XML parser. Okay, so now let's, for us to know if this is successfully happening, we can use one of the parameters or arguments that Beautiful Soup provides to us, where we can, the title method or title function, is it method or function? I keep on forgetting. This title, when we call title, it is going to return the title of the website. Okay, so this is one way for us to test if our beautiful soup is working perfectly, and we can extract certain information from here. So let's see what the title is going to come back. If I have an error, we figure it out. But we're supposed to have that 2000.7 something something as title. Let's see. Why is it taking a lot of time? That's bad. Okay, there's an error. Max retries with URL. I don't understand. I don't understand what the error is saying. Well, let me see from the past stuff that I have done if I should have rent houses, rent property. No, please not it.
I did exactly what you did and I didn't get any error.
You did exactly what I did, and you did not get any error.
Yes.
Okay, so I think it is because max tries exceeded with URL. Okay, I think the error is from my end. I've used this. I've used this URL a lot. I'm glad that you, because I'm still wondering. I've used this. I've accessed this URL a lot. Okay, so I might have to use another website, but that's fine. Thank you very much for saying that, because at this point I've said I'm going to bed. Okay, let me check for another website I can use. It's telling me max error. So let's do Nigeria Pro. Still property. Let's search. Property Pro. Okay, give me a minute, space, guys. Da, 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 da. Let me see where this website will take us to. It's already an hour. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we have a website. That's good. This is a for rent. You can see that it's for rent, for rent, for rent that we're seeing here, and we can actually get the same information that we are looking for: the description, the location, the type of house, and the price. So you can get this information from this place. So let's how about we do that? So let's just copy the URL again. If what I did before is correct, I would not have an error here. I will just impute a new URL. Yeah. So let's do this. Still loading. Oh my god. I'm a serious headache. I'm still having the same error. What's going on? Okay. Give me a second, guys. I don't know why that error is happening. If somebody else have tried it and they didn't get the same, they didn't have an error, I should not have an error. Let me copy from this and test it. Code. Let's see. This is exactly the same thing that we have here. Let's soup dot title. Let's see if this would return something. So what exactly is the problem? See that it returned something here. So I'm going to URL. My URL is correct. My headers, let me look at my headers. Maybe the error is coming from my headers. Or okay, so the only difference I see here is the versions of the Chrome, which I don't think should necessarily be an error. And response request headers soup response that's okay. Guys, I honestly don't know why that happened. Let me let me try something. If it's to remove print, but print should not cause an error. Okay, let me try print again. if print was the problem. Okay, guys, I don't know what happened here. It is magic in my eyes, and I'm going to I'm going to accept that magic. Like, I know that I was not wrong, but I don't know where the error was coming from. Okay, so let's go back. So houses for rent, interesting. You have, it gives you a number like 9,792 available homes. Okay, and there are other syntax to get some other information that you are interested in. You can use the title name. If you want to get that title as a string format, you can see that it still comes out as an HTML element. You can get it as a string, and it's just going to come out as a string. Let me see if I have any. Run the module imported again. Maybe it is. No, it's not the modules. Sorry, it's supposed to be name, not string. Sorry. Stop. Yeah, so it returns this as a string. So there are other, I have a beautiful soup documentation here that you can actually take a look at later, and you can get like extra information of the various syntax in the beautiful soup. Now, some of the syntax that we'll be using here in this project is, we're going to be majorly using find all, and get text. So I'm going to explain the differences between all. For find the first element that you mentioned. So we have elements like ID, H1, H2, H3, H5, H6. We have class. We have, no, not class. We have divs. We have etc. Okay. So if I say find, I'm going to do syntax like soup dot find h4. So when I do find h4, it's going to find the first element of h4 on that website and return it to you. Okay, but interestingly, some of this element appears on the website multiple times. You can have 3 to 4 h4 elements. So how do I get all of that? I can use the find all method to get all the h4 syntax, and it's going to return them as a list. And if it can return them as a list, I can access them using the list methods like append, using indexing to collect certain information. Okay, so yeah, that's the difference between find and find all. Okay, and then we also have get text. Get text returns the text value in that element that you're trying to access. Okay, it gets the text, the string value of that element that you want to access. Any other question? Can we get the recorded video after the class? I will do my best to get it to everyone. Okay, I'm recording it using my laptop. This is not a Google Meet, but I will do my best to get it to everyone. Thank you. So let's get back. So that is the difference between find all, and get text, which we are going to be majorly using. And yeah, so what we're going to be collecting from this data, we're going to be collecting type of house, collecting price of house, and the location, and the description. Yeah, do we need description? We can collect description anyways. So yeah, let's get started. First, get started or be able to collect this information, we need to first of all inspect our website. Okay, so let's come back to the website. Sorry, give me a second, please. Chinonso, Chinonso, come and buy tea that we will drink. Eh?
Sorry for calling so late, sir. I wanted to inform just tell Gianna she left her bill.
Okay. Olaleye is typing.
Not worry.
Okay. So as I was going, let's go back to our website. Let's look at how our website is being designed and how we want to collect the data. So if we look at this page, we have for rent houses. Let's first find out if we can collect at least from this page, collect all the data points that we have here. So what we want to get here is the type of house, which is a 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex. And this is the description. It is for rent. This is the location that we are also interested in. We are also interested in the price. And if you notice something, each house information is on a different card. Like they are, do I have a drawing something here? So, let me see. Do I have it? I don't know. I'm not so sure. I want to use like a Jamboard to show you something. Let's use a Jamboard. Let's use a Jamboard. Okay. It's not working. I'm thinking about the best place I can get that Jamboard right now. New. Okay, let me use new. Let me use this one. So we have a let's just use this as an example. So this is different card. This is card 1, card 2, card 3. Okay, and in this card you have house 1. This house 1 contains the type of the house. We have the description of the house. We have location and we have price. And that's the same thing for house 2. House 2. So this is house 3. And it goes on like that for house 4, house 5, house 6. They are all located in a card, and they are practically the way the description of the house is. All of them are like basically designed same way. Okay. Does anybody have a question? Let me see that. Okay, no question yet. That's good. So yeah, let's go back to our website. Sorry. So that's how the houses are. You see that this one, the image, the type of the house, there's a description, there's a location, there's a price. You go to the same place, You go to another card, you see even 4 bed. It tells you that it's 4 bedroom. There are 4 bathrooms. There are 5 toilets. Like each card has all the information about the houses. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is to, for me, if I can be able to, um, for me to be able to get this data from each house, that means I need to first access the card. Yes, so I'm going to first access the card. If I can be able to access the card, like a box, somebody says, oh, I got you a gift, is until you have access to the, until the person gives you the gift, you can be able to, or the box where the gift is contained, you can be able to take out what is inside the the box. So that's basically what we're trying to do. So in this card, we want to first have access into the card, and have access to the card, then we can now start looking into the card to get what exactly we want. And for us to do that, we're going to first, I'm going to highlight one of the first cards, and let's just say inspect. Now, when I hover on this, okay, okay, so let's do this. This is when I hover on this, I am seeing that this block property list is highlighting the entire card. Was somebody is saying something? Okay, let's go back. So when I hover on this, it's telling me that this is the entire card. This is how I can be able to access this card. Okay, that's cool. Let me, okay, item list. This item list again. Item list, item list, item list, item list, item list. Okay, so if I open this like this, I can see what this is trying to let me know is that the name of the cards, if we continue to scroll, for each of the cards, it is named item list element, and it is found in an element called div. So if I want to get all of these cards, I need to access div and class property as row property list, because see, as I'm hovering on this, I go to the next page, it's going to the next cards. So this is how I can access my cards. Okay, so let's come here, say it is in a div element. I'm trying to click this. I'm going to copy the class. I'm going to be using class to access. So I'm going to come back here and do cards is equals to soup find all. Remember that our cards is more than one. Our card is more than one. So I'm going to do class. Why did I do class underscore? Class underscore, in Python, there's a keyword named class already. So this underscore is trying to tell this Python module that, oh, this is a different type of class that she's trying to highlight. Okay, so let's print cards. Let's see what we're going to get. Let's see. Empty. Why is it empty? Okay, good. Okay, it was empty because I had space. Yeah, so I just deleted that. So we can see that in the property class, it has, okay, good. There is a list of information, a bunch of list of informations about the different houses. We can see 4 bedroom, duplex, Ikota, semi-detached. Okay, let's see what we can find in these cards now. Okay, let's see the things that we can actually find. So remember that in the cards we are trying to get we're trying to get the individual names or individual price and location of each of the houses inside these cards. So for me to remember that our cards sorry, I use an AI product where for my what so it is suggesting what to do. Okay, so for this card we can now look into the data point and say, for this card, oh, I want to collect the name, I want to collect the location, I want to collect the type, I want to collect the description. So let's start with description. Let's see what it's going to give us. Description. So we're going to go back to our listen again, and this is what we're interested in. We're interested in this particular one. We're interested in this one. So I highlight it and do inspect because I don't really want to. I don't have the time to start. So let's do it. We can find this in H4 class content title. So we can see 4 bedroom semi-detached duplex for rent. Life is easy. So let's copy this. Now let's go to our we're going to do card.find. Oh my god, my neck. Oh my god. Guys, please give me a second. I've been working all day. I'll never lie. Okay, thank you very much, David. Okay, let's go back to what we're doing. Sorry, I just needed a break. So we're going to do card.find. Remember that we don't need to do find all here because this is supposed to come back as each particular value. So just one value each. So we don't need to do this. So we're going to do H4 because that's the elements that we found this information, and then we'll do class again underscore and we put this. Okay, so let's see if we are actually accessing that correctly. Let's print description. Okay, good. We are getting it. 4 bedroom semi-detached. You see how much is coming back to us. Remember that this is coming as a HTML element. We don't want it as a HTML element, so we're going to get text and run this again. We should have string values exactly. So this is it. This is us collecting description from that first page that we are looking at. Okay, the next thing that we can collect is type. So we can do car dot find again and open our parentheses. Let's go back to our HTML website. So this is the type that we are looking for, and we can highlight this and do control right click rather, and when you do this, so you can see it in H3 item prop name. How am I going to get this now? Do I actually need to do semi? Yeah, this is also a good question. Um, I have a question, guys. There's a mistake I was about to make now, and I want you guys to tell me what the mistake is. If we have been following up a bit, just try. Like, it's fine to make mistakes. It's fine to like not get what I was about to do. But if you have any thoughts in mind, let me know, and I'll see how I can correct you. So let's go back. So I've gotten the description for this house. I'm also coming here to collect type. What do you think? What was the mistake I was trying to? What do you think I should? What do you think is the mistake I was about to make? Yes, that's my question. Anybody can try. Anybody at all. Okay. Okay. Olale is texting. Guys, try. There are no wrong answers. Expecting the same tag for description as type. Not really. There's something that you mentioned there that's quite useful. So there's, if we go back to the website, 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex for rent already has the information about 4-bedroom duplex detached. Can you see that? The only difference here is for rent. Do you understand? The type of the house is already in the description. So I don't think there's a need for us to actually web script this or to collect this data. If we continue to go down, we see 4-bedroom bungalow, 4-bedroom semi-detached bungalow. So we can now see errors going here. This gives us more information that this is a semi-detached bungalow. It tells us that it's 4-bedroom, and this 4-bedroom here is same thing that we are seeing here. 4-bedroom semi-detached. This one here does not even give us a lot of information about the house. Okay. But we don't necessarily need BQ. Do we need BQ? Swimming pool. Okay. Guys, people are about to text something. Yeah. I'm listening, guys. Oh my god. Oops. hope I've not dropped off the call because I thought I made a mistake. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know why this thing stops every time. That was insightful. Never thought about it. Yeah. So these are certain things that you need to. Yeah. Thank you for actually pointing that out. These are certain things that we need to actually take a look at, step back, and answer certain questions. Okay. So we don't need to collect duplicate values or data that is not going to make a lot of sense to us. Okay, can come as a binary entry or boolean entry in the cleaned data. Yeah, I agree with you. So if we're going to be doing BQ, that means we're going to have to extract the type. That is what this means, because what do you call it, this 5 bedroom data does not even tell us if there's a BQ, there's a mini flat, or things like that. So we might actually have to get the type. Let's see. Yeah, it's still item prop. Okay, let's see what this item prop is going to mean. Let me see. Item prop. Beautiful soup. Okay. Okay. So let's go back. So I'm going to do H3 item prop name, which is kind of weird. I've never tried it before. I've never handled something with that kind of website. So let's see. It says H3 item prop equal to name. Let's see. That's the good thing about doing things like this in public. You will learn by force. So yeah, that type was already given us. Oh, nice. It got us what we wanted.